Hello. Welcome back to this, our thus far kind of miserable failure of a Shining Pearl Nuzlocke. Yeah, this is kind of my bonus stream day. Like, normally it's kind of 50-50 on whether or not I'll stream today. Ooh. Let's see, Pechaberry. So basically what we're going to be doing this time is just going to be grinding. That's really it. We suffered a huge loss against Gardenia and lost our entire team. And so we got to rebuild based on, you know, what we had left in our box. We did catch a combi from the honey tree back over there. Unfortunately, it's male. So, yes, it's a, you know, bug and flying type, which is going to be pretty resistant to most of Roserade's attacks, but it also can't evolve. But for the purpose of what we have right now, Nazim is going to be switching out with Duke. And Nazim is definitely going to have to pick up a lot of slack that this team is going through, that this team has. Hopefully he can learn a good enough flying type attack to deal with. Stuff. So anyway, so yeah, we're gonna basically just be grinding this time around. I'll go through, I'll pick berries, replant berries. Let's see, that was Chesto. And this time around, no, I do not want to sprinkle water yet. This time around, I'm going to actually give my team berries. Unfortunately, I don't have access to citrus berries like Gardenia does, but hey, an orange berry will work fine for now, I guess. Although I would really like a citrus berry at this point. That would be really helpful. But right now, I'm gonna reset some of these trees, some of these berry trees, and then we're going to just be on the grind. And unfortunately, I battled a wild Pachirisu. I mean, Zuzu's not gonna do great against that. So let's switch to someone else who needs a lot of experience. Well, Moobot doesn't need a lot of experience, but is really the best one to deal with the Pachirisu. On the bright side, Pachirisu actually does like a lot. That does give a lot of experience generally. All right. Yeah, we'll just smack down. Unfortunately, most of my attacks are physical, and he's gonna be just lowering my, he or she is gonna be lowering my attack a lot. So might as well lean on Moobot's very, very bad special attack. But it's better than, at this point, using physical attacks, because at this point, Moobot's physical attacks are just basically null. See, that's what I mean. Like, Pachirisu being a single Being a Pokemon that doesn't evolve gets a lot of experience for its level. All right, take 2 steps and another Pokemon. Shellos. Well, Zuzu can take this on. Absorb. Oh. Of course. Oh. Is... Okay, it's a special attack. That's good. I mean, it's not good in that I'm sure my Zuzu's special attack is probably atrocious. And yeah, like, that Shellos is doing as much damage with 1 water gun as the super effective Absorb is doing. Mostly because, you know, Absorb is pretty trash. Like, draining moves are usually pretty low power overall anyway. So it's not like I'm going to be throwing a ton of damage his way. Her way. There I go again. Every Pokemon stream, I seem to misgender somebody. I probably should have stopped by the Pokemon Center because most of my Pokemon are at least a little bit hurt. Ugh. Making it up to level 22 is going to be a slog. But that's why we're having a grinding stream today. Want to learn knockoff. That would be good to have. You know what? I think we'll probably get rid of low kick for knockoff. Yeah, low kick is good against heavy Pokemon, but not every Pokemon is heavy. Yeah. And it gives us some dark type coverage, so it'll at least we can slap that citrus berry out of that Roserai's hands. Flower bouquets. Oh yay, another Shellos, another battle of attrition. Ah, jeez. Let's hope this one has lower special defense. Nope, this one has about the same, if not maybe a little bit higher. And we will probably... Okay, well, as long as it's kind of dumb and uses bad moves against my Zuzu, that'll help. Ouch. Like, it deals 6 damage and I heal half of it back. So if we ever get down to about 12 HP, we gotta swap out to make sure we're not in crit range. Because at this point, like, Zuzu and Nazim are going to be carrying a lot of this team through Gardenia. Because, like, Wamawink is probably going to be one shot. Ched, not a whole lot of use. Mossy and Moobot, both 4 times weak to grass. Or at least when Mossy evolves, they'll be 4 times weak to grass. Alright, yeah, let's... Was there a... No, I don't think there was one outside of here. I wonder if we can re-challenge some trainers. Yes, I would like to rest. Yeah, this is gonna be slow going, as is, with no access to really high level Pokemon to grind against. It's gonna be pretty slow going to get the team caught up, and Moobot's gonna get a little over leveled, which unfortunately doesn't really help, because Moobot's 4 times speak to grass. Ah. That's like, is anyone else really that helpful against Shellos? Let's see. No, not really. Ah, attrition, it is. Yay, stupid AI sometimes. Like, I get, you know, because poison type, but also flying type. Oh my. And that's exactly what we don't want, is a crit. I mean, sure. Having only 10 damage on a crit isn't going to do that much right now. Right now. Ugh. Roserade could hit us for 10 damage a turn. And that's what took us out with Zuzu. 10 damage. Alright. Well, as long as the Shellos isn't actually fighting back, this makes it a bit easier. But I need to get some, I feel like, stronger prey. Which is why I'm heading up towards the forest. But at the same time, like, do I have any moves I can teach Zuzu? Taunt. Bullet Seed. No one can learn Bullet Seed. Nope. I have no moves that I can teach Zuzu. Ooh, berries down there. Let's go grab those berries. Alright, and yeah, like, remember this time. No. Remember this time. Give berries. Give berries. We need berries. Give everyone an orange berry, because I don't think I have any other useful items right now. Because, like, do I have anything they can hold? No, I do not. I could go down to the underground and maybe see if I can find some stuff down there that they can hold. But that feels kind of cheap. A Weasel. That's what we caught here. A Weasel. Yay. Stop presenting to me. It makes me very uncomfortable, Weasel. It makes me wildly uncomfortable. Ooh, this might be a bit. It's about as dangerous as a Shellos. Which is a little sad because the Shellos had stab on its water gun. And this Weasel is doing about the same amount of damage. Yeah, today's stream is probably going to be pretty boring because, you know, it's just a grind. The last stream, of course, if you were here or if you watched the VOD, which at the current time my VODs are not available, but I am working on it. I have, while they're still set to private, I have half of my VODs uploaded. Of course, I'm gonna have to play even more catch up because, you know, I'll be streaming for the today and the next 4 days. Yeah, let's switch to Ched on this one, because if we switch to Ched, we have a super effective stab attacker. Yeah. Handsome for 8 seconds. Ched's greatest ability. I feel like Ched's knockoff is going to be really helpful. That's... But it's like, then we have to... Well, I think we could find an opportunity for it between Zuzu and Nazim. We could find an opportunity to toss a... What's it called? To switch in... Like, if we can switch in Ched against the Turtwig, knock out the Turtwig, and then take... And then knock off her Citrus Berry. Knock off her Citrus Berry. That's at least one piece of the puzzle to take care of Rose Raid. Don't let her heal. Of course, she probably still will have the super potion. So that's less than helpful, but... Oh yeah, Cascoon. That would be nice if Zuzu knew any flying type attacks, which I'm pretty sure. You see, this is what I'm kicking myself for, especially in that last one. I could have waited one more level. I could have leveled up my Zubat one more time. And if I had leveled up my Zubat one more time, they would have evolved. And evolved to Golbat, and I think I'd have to check. I don't know if he learned Swing Attack then, or Aerial Ace or something. It'd be nice if he learned a Flying Type Attack when he evolved. But at least he would have had a ton more HP, been overall, you know, monumentally stronger to face off the Rose Raid. Whoops. Yeah, I looked that up after the fact, and yeah, I'm really kicking myself for it. Like, if I had just waited one more level, and or given Harlow given all my Pokemon Oran Berries, I probably would have won. We had just gotten to the point where we could rename everybody to have or rename the two that I had messed up, Ched and Dynapart, Bonamite. At this point, I don't remember. I'll have to look in the box. To remember everyone's names. They only just died, and I've forgotten their names. Alright, anyway. Yeah, so I have a game plan, at least, for going up against Gardenia's Rose Raid this next time. I'm thinking this is probably going to be my best spot to grind, is inside the forest. Because you generally, when you have like Cascoons and Silcoons, I think it's just Cascoon. Well, when you have the Cocoon Pokemon to go up against, you got a better shot. You get a ton more experience. You know, 100 plus experience for them. Yeah. Let's get our berries going. See, now we have a bunch of orange berries, and we really have no excuse to not have everyone buried up. Although, maybe we take a look at the shops, see if maybe they have an item. No, I don't think I've gotten to the point where I have like a mall where I can actually shop for hold items. Yes, water me up. Well, I could also check the cave. I mean, because this Bidoof is level 12. And that's a fair level. Better than dealing with like level 10s, but at the same time, once again, you're looking at, you know, stage 2. Whoops, wrong attack. I gotta switch the order of Chad's attacks. Owie. To get his fighting type attack in the front. Of course, I'm not gonna do that. I'll forget. Yeah, because you're looking at 91 experience for a Bidoof. Let's go to the cave up in the next route. The bottom of Mount Coronet, and see if maybe we can find some higher level Pokemon that both Zuzu can battle. Well, ooh, do we really want Zuzu battling stuff like that? Especially if it could have a rock type attack, like roll out. That would be pretty devastating. We'll just switch into Ched and have Ched take care of it. Yeah, like a Bidoof using rollout. Well, defense curl into rollout. That's pretty devastating. That can get really painful. All right, we're just grinding up to level 22. Grinding the team up to 22. Zuzu's level 14 now. Oh, really feel like I let down my team. I did. 100% I let down my team. Because if I had made the right decisions going into it, I would have won. I'm pretty sure without losing anyone. I think my Zubat would have just swept her team. Or at the very least, like, taking care of most of the team. And yeah. But next time I'll get it. Not guaranteed, but at least I think I have a fair shot at it. I found a revive. A wild Bidoof helped out. You remind me of my former Bidoof, B-Barrel, that died. Alright, can we, like, get some wild Pokemon around here? If not, I'll just go out to the grass out there again. Come on. There we go. Oh, hey, it's a Chingling. That's not good. That's not good at all. Let's switch to Nazim. Nazim should be pretty good against a Chingling. yawn. That's sad. Yeah, let's bug bite. Yum, yum, yum. And it's gonna fall asleep. Boo. Well, this is unfortunate. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Moobot, let's try to finish this quickly. We do not need that in our lives. And I have a feeling Chingling's not going to do that much for us in terms of experience, since it's a baby Pokemon. Man. I mean, it'd be nice if it does good things for our experience, but it's not bad. But it's not good either. Yeah, let's head back to the Pokemon Center. We don't need Nazim sleeping on the job. I think 211 is probably going to be where we do most of our grinding. Unfortunately, it's so far from the Pokemon Center. But it's, well, I think, isn't there a route a little north of here? Route 207 or something? We'll check that out too. See if we can. Oh. Make our way through. I find that statue very interesting. It pulls inspiration from both Dialga and Palkia. Oh, you know what? I think I'm thinking of another area. Near Orberg. Meditite. Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's switch to Nazim. Yeah. Nazim's probably the best one to deal with a Meditite. Let's not lose to some wild Pokemon, please. So it's weak to both. We got lower attack, but higher special defense, and our special attack is higher right now. Might as well. But it's not super effective, huh? Because fighting resists. I guess fighting resists? Well, good thing we lowered our special attack a little bit. Oh, cool. Delaying the inevitable. Yeah, like right now, if I were to go up against Roserade again, I'd still be pretty useless. I feel like. Alright, Geodude, that's a pretty easy switch in for Ched. Even Mossy, but Ched needs to catch up more than Mossy does. Alright, Ched. Perfect. That's what we want. Just don't be dirty. the worst part about training against Geodudes. Half of them are going to be sturdy. While that's generally not too big of a problem, it can add up to a problem. Nice. Wild Ponyta. So this is definitely a Mossy switch in. While Ched could probably take it on, Mossy's probably just gonna be the best option here. Growl. Meh, don't care. Water Pulse. Rude. Ow. Rude. Nita gets a good amount of experience too. Jeez. Zuzu wants to learn Poison Fang. Yes. Alright, so let's get rid of Mean Look again. It's basically going to be the same. Except this time, we'll be smart enough to level up Zuzu to level 22. I can't tell you how many Zubats I've had named Zuzu in a Nuzlocke. At least 3, if not closer to 5. I guess I can tell you. Yeah, honestly, Moobot's the good switch in here. I mean, yeah, Moobot. Like, what else? None of my Pokemon have Psychic type attacks. None of my Pokemon have Electric type attacks. And I only have one that uses Rock. And here he is. Zubats probably aren't going to be that much experience, but at this point we just need to soak up every little bit of experience that we can. Every morsel, every smidge. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Yeah, we'll switch Nazim back in. See how that goes. Just don't use... Okay, that's fine. Low kick is fine. I'm okay with a low kick. Let's get a struggle bug in. Lower your special attack. Ah, with you. Oh, use indoor, not detect. Like what? Okay. See, that's good. We want them to use Endure. Until now. Yeah. Low kick. Against the bee. I guess they are multiple bees. 3 bees in a honeycomb. Oh my gosh. Really? You gotta leave him with like 1 hit point. Like, oh, now he's gonna endure. Does it work when you're at 1 hit point? Probably. Yeah. Well, we've lowered your special attack a ton, so there's that. Okay, thank you. No more. Thank you, please. Get that experience. Another Metatite. Another easy mark for... Well, easy mark. Another fairly easy mark for Nazim. Get to the Cloud District very often. What am I saying? Of course you don't. Let's just see how much Gus does. Never mind. Yeah, because... Oh, yeah, because Gust is the only super effective attack that I have. So... I keep forgetting. Fighting is resistant to a bug. Not sure how that works out, but... Eh. Pokemon logic. And again, big muscly guy versus bug, I guess would be the logic. How's Zuzu looking? Yeah, we'll Poison Fang. And then we'll probably switch to Ched, because that did not do a lot. And we do not want to get rolled out. Yeah, hoo, he, ha, hoo, yeah, You know what? Yeah, let's switch to Ched. Ched's gonna probably take one more rollout than is comfortable. But Ched can take a rollout. Alright. Let's finish this off. Yeah. Like I said, not a good idea to keep Zuzu in there. Alright, let's head to the Pokemon Center real quick. I'd really like to beat Gardenia so I can get a bike, because I'm pretty sure you get a bike after you beat Gardenia. Well, after you beat the Team Galactic encounters. After beating Gardenia and learning Cut. But honestly, before I even do that, I'll probably head to, you know, look around the forest, check the old chateau. Oh man. I remember trying to get Rotom back in Platinum. That was, well, actually I think it was back in Pearl that I actually got Rotom. It's a really weird sequence that you had to do in the chateau. You had to look at that TV like a bunch of times. I don't really remember the specifics of it, but I remember it was a really weird sequence that you had to do. Get the Rotom to come out of that TV. And then in the next game, you could turn him into, in Platinum, you could turn him into a fan or an oven or a washing machine. And those have become meta staples for ever. Just about as long as they've been in the game. Yay, Zuzu. Ah, and I feel like I'm not even gonna get to the level that I want to be at by the end of this stream, or by the end of this stream. Which is going to be unfortunate, but you know, what can you do? After suffering such a big loss, you kind of have to take what you can get. Or play the hand that you're dealt. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Whatever the case, like, yeah, I need to level up my team real bad. And that just means running around in circles in this grass for a while. Ponyta! Now. Yeah, we'll just switch out. I do not have faith that... I mean, I'm sure Zuzu could deal with a Ponyta pretty easily. But do I want to take that risk? And the answer is no, I really, really don't. Yes, lower my attack and then try to burn me with a special attack, or lower my defense and try to use a special attack. Smart, Ponyta, smart. All right. The more levels we get, the better. Faster we get to level 22 with most of my team. At least Zuzu. Yeah, Wama Wing's gonna level the slowest because she's probably not gonna be used very much. We want Nazim and Nazim and Zuzu need to be a level 22. That's going to be our best bet for beating Gardenia. Yeah, I could go even higher, but I'm not gonna, because that's kind of cheap. So yeah, we're just gonna take it as we can. Oh, you know, tacular. All right, Nazim, you do your thing. That's gonna hurt a fair amount. Oh, yawn. Repetitive, mindless tasks. Ooh, encore. Emotional damage. Yeah. We'll skip encore for now. Oh, Wama Wink's evolving. Not that it's really going to make that much difference right now, but yay. The fairy. Now we need a moonstone. Not for a while though. Nice. Life do. Now that. Yeah, we're gonna drop Sing for now. Grab Life Deal. That'd be good in a double battle. Fraggle Fraggle. All right. Yeah, Moobot. Let's take out this Zubat. Encore is also a good one for double battles, but yeah, I'm not doing that. Not right now. I've done like one of the things I do when playing Pokemon games, specifically in like Fire Red and Emerald, I would often with Fire Red and Emerald, I would often not use my starter because I had gone through the game so many times. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I've gone through Fire Red and Emerald back in the day, back when I was in high school. Running through them, beating them to get the legendaries and transferring them up to my Pearl and Platinum games, and just rinse and repeat. I don't know how many times I've done that. And basically what I do every time is I would skip my starter. Well, I get my starter, and I'd catch a Pokemon that I would use basically as my primary Pokemon. And usually I'd have that Pokemon set before like the second gym. So in some cases, I've had Rattata as my main Pokemon, as my like number one. Or what was that? Completely missed what move he used. Oh, it was rollout, but it's that ability that causes your stat changes, stat boosts, stat losses to affect, twice as hard. But yeah, I did that an awful lot. I've had Mightyena, Poochyena, Mightyena as my main Pokemon. I've had a Clefairy as my main Pokemon in Fire Red. Running almost the whole gambit of Pokemon that you can find early game. In Fire Red and Emerald, I've used them as my main Pokemon throughout an entire run, to where they're my highest level Pokemon. That was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. It was never... I don't think I really knew about Nuzlocks back then. They may have like just been a new thing back then. Or at least I had not discovered them yet. And back when VG Cat Super Effective was first coming out. That was a long time ago. I don't think it was that long ago, though. VG Cats. I can't. I've run through their library a few times, at least. Just reading their comics. It's so fun. Okay, so we're in crit range, but I think Meditite's just going to start getting defensive against Combi. But if he does use Confusion and crit, we lose Nazim and we're screwed. I would say entirely. But I think Nazim is faster than Metatite, so I think we're good from here on. We should probably head back to the Pokemon Center real quick. Get a little bit of healing on. Before we get to in the sauce and lose. Say, let's see. So the first Pokemon game I ever played was Pokemon Yellow. My friend who had just gotten a Game Boy Advance SP, I believe, for my birthday, gave me his old Game Boy Color, and his copy of Pokemon Yellow. And back then, I didn't know that there was game beyond beating the Elite Four. I thought it was beating the Elite Four, that was the end of the game. You do nothing else after that. And I have definitely restarted. I definitely restarted Pokemon Yellow several times after beating the Elite Four. Before I ever knew that it was like there was a post game. So I didn't even, for the longest time, catch Mewtwo or do anything like that. For the longest time. Yeah, that was my first experience with the Pokemon video games. I'd already, of course, played the TCG and watched the anime, watched the heck out of the anime. Oh wow, you can find Chingling out here. Oh my. Okay, oh, that's a crummy ability. We don't have that much use for honey. Like, it would be nice if it helped, if like it worked like a berry. Okay, yeah, we'll just switch and move on. Because, yeah, Chingling can be dangerous to Zubat and Ched. Alright. Probably gonna have another quick trip to the... Yeah, we're gonna have another quick trip to the Pokemon Center. We'll switch into Nazim. And we will Struggle Bug. And then my second Pokemon game ever that I got, I think I still had that Pokemon. No. I no longer had that Game Boy or that game when I got my second Pokemon game. So eventually I got a Game Boy Advance. And Pokemon Crystal. And oof, that was a long time ago. But you know, when I got, basically when I had a Game Boy Advance and Pokemon Crystal, of course Ruby and Sapphire were already out. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, those were already out, and I'm pretty sure the Nintendo DS was, if it wasn't already out, it was like really close to being out. Like within like a year or two. me initially getting Pokemon Crystal with Game Boy Advance. Oh boy, howdy. That was a time ago. All right, Chad leveling up. I'd say big if, we get our team kind of caught up by the end of the stream, we might take that next crack at Gardenia. But I don't think we'll quite have it by the end of the stream. Because I got like maybe an hour. And we're like, well, Zuzu started at level, what? 11? We're at level 17 now. We got 5 levels to go, and it's only gonna get slower from here. Like, yeah. It's just gonna get slower from here. Yeah, we're gonna keep going on Chad for now. Kind of keep Chad and Mossy tight on levels, I'd say. Oh, Sandstorm, great. I love it. As far as Pokemon games go, let's see which. So I had Fire Red and Emerald. And I eventually did get Leaf Green as well. So yeah, I have Fire Red, Leaf Green, Emerald. Which I got. I think I had finally gotten Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald very shortly before. If not, I think I got Leaf Green after Diamond and Pearl had come out. I think I had Fire Red and Emerald before. Maybe not. I'd have to... I mean, really, honestly, I don't really remember because that was so long ago. What am I fighting? Oh, a Bidoof. Okay. Chad. Ouchie. Could probably head back to the Pokemon Center. This isn't move out of sleep too. Ooh, yeah, Zuzu and Wamawink leveled up. Or did I already go to the Pokemon Center after that? I did. Yeah, we can keep going. Meditate, meditate. All right, Nazim, let's do your thing. Should probably take away their honey so I can, I guess, gather more honey. Good job. You endured nothing. You did nothing. I have a very squeaky chair. My chair is very old at this point. Probably got it like at this point 6 or 7 years ago. Jeez. And you know, it's a pretty cheap chair, so it's not like anything fancy. Running around in circles on this tiny patch of grass. So I can level up a lot. Or at least enough so that I can do the thing. Yeah, we might head back to the Pokemon Center soon because my Switches are starting to get a little worse for wear. Or at the very least, Ched and Nazim are looking a little owie. Owie. Was not very nice, sir. Interesting that it anticipated the switch. Darn AI cheating. Mossy wants to learn ancient power. Yeah. I mean, not much of a special attacker, but then again, not much of an attacker either. Yeah, we'll get rid of Harden. I've definitely not really been much for like competitive Pokemon strategies and I'd say what, you know, effective and efficient Pokemon strategies. I'd say 90% of the time, most my teams really don't have any status moves or like boosting moves. They're all like, I have 4 attacks and that's it. But then again, you know, I really only ever play against NPCs. I did go through a phase where I bred a lot of Pokemon to be 6 IVs, to have perfect IVs, and I still, oh boy, I don't know if I still have them. I probably do. What am I facing? Metatype. I had a bunch of Ralts that were perfect IV. Across the board, perfect IV. And while technically, yes, you can't selectively breed for perfect IVs. Basically, you know, you can Destiny Knot for 5 of them, and then the 6th one is always random. But sometimes the 6th one is randomly perfect. Really? Let me guess. Nazim's gonna hurt himself in confusion. Ow. Well, we're gonna do one more gust and hopefully... Okay, good. Didn't smack yourself, Nazim. Don't need another Nazim dying on stream. I don't know, trying to remember through, like... I remember back before I didn't know how breeding works. When I was a young child of a teenager age. I tried breeding Eevees with a male Eevee and a female Glameow. I succeeded in getting a whole lot of Glameow. I eventually did figure it out and get my Eevee breeding on, but I didn't know how IVs worked. So, yeah. So I was basically just breeding a bunch of trash. Yay. And I would release a ton of them into the wild too. This just in. Reports of massive hordes of Eevee appearing near Route 34. Well, I don't think it was 34 in Gen 4. In Gen 2 it is. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just going through, like, as I'm doing this, just kind of going through prior Pokemon experiences. Pokemon Ranch That was a thing. One of the very few ways to get a legitimate Mew is to fill up that ranch with 999 Pokemon. I never did make it. Although I do have a lot of like legendary Pokemon still on my Pokemon ranch. I really should see if there's a way for me to get them off, because I have, well, probably some that aren't legit. To be fair, I was not the one who got them initially. I'm just the one who currently has them, because I, traded on the GTS for them back in the lay day, back when the GTS was the only way to trade Pokemon online. That was wild. That was a wild time. I would drop my Pokemon I would go to a local restaurant that had Wi-Fi. Connect to their Wi-Fi to use the GTS. Drop my Pokemon off, and then the next day, come back and see if my Pokemon's been traded, or if I can find something that I can trade for. Oh man, that was a wild time. But of course, it was always, you see people listing, oh, someone take my level 5, I don't know, my level 5 Wurmple for Mew. Always stuff like that, You definitely were getting shafted 90% of the time when you were looking for legendary Pokemon. That was a time and a half. Back when the world was bigger, even though it was the same size. And everything was basically the same, just the internet was slower. The world was bigger because the internet was slower. And a little less, fairly less organized. Not that the internet is organized now. I mean, I would say to a certain degree it's more effective and organized, but with certain companies kind of consolidating the majority of the power here. It was a vastly different landscape, though, than today. Less regulation, but also more like regulation, but also less. I don't know. Different laws being interpreted in weird ways to affect the internet. I don't know, man. It was a wild time. And the internet's still kind of in like a Wild Westy state. Gotta scoot my chair back so I can sit on the edge of my chair. Helps with my posture, but also doesn't. I just have generally really bad posture, but it helps me sit up, at least for a little bit longer than normal. I think the reason I did so poorly is because I haven't been using stickers. I haven't been using the ball stickers. I have to have those effects when my Pokemon come out. It'll give them the morale they need to win. Oh. I think we'll probably do like a couple streams here and there with Pokemon to explore the Grand Underground, because it's definitely not like, it's completely not, I wouldn't say completely, it is quite a bit different than it was back in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Man, the online scene back then was just weird, where there wasn't much really going on in Pearl. Diamond and Pearl. Platinum added like this festival kind of thing. Can't really remember what it was, but like, I don't know. One thing I wanted to do is like, one thing I would want to do one day is get a capture DS, which I'm sure at this point, since DSs are really not in circulation anymore vastly, getting a capture DS to do a Platinum Nuzlocke, I'm sure is pretty hard right now. Ooh, scary face. Well, what do we have that we could replace Scary Face? Nothing that I want to replace Scary Face with right now. I'd say Ched's probably like our backup to our backup. And I've got some backup for your backup. You know, I probably should have headed to the Pokemon Center. No, we're good for the moment. But we're catching up. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. Ever so slowly. Gotta get everybody to level 22. And by everybody, I mean mostly Nazim and Zuzu. Stop with that. That's the attack I don't want you to use. I also don't want you to use that. In fact, just stop attacking altogether and I think we'll be good. Just use low kick. Just use low kick. That's a move I can get behind you using. Oh boy. Blah, 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 blah. Oh man. I wanted to, like, I have I wanted to make like a comic of one of my Nuzlocks that I've done. This would be specifically my I think it would be my Alpha Sapphire, but no, it's either my Ruby or my Sapphire, where I have it like, I kind of have it already structured out. I haven't technically completed the run. I'm at the Elite Four, but I haven't gotten the courage to go in and actually face the Elite Four. Yeah. But I have like the entire adventure written down, and it has some jokes written in, some running gags, and some really intense moments. I don't know. But also, I'm not a good artist by any stretch of the word. Like, I made my banner, which, like it says on it, I wrote deliberately, very deliberately on it, that it's a rough draft of it. And I've, like, redrawn the Keyblade. I'm in the process of redrawing the Keyblade that's in the background of it. And I think the version that I will eventually get swapped out on there will be not only better quality, just in terms of, like, the line art and stuff, but more appealing to look at design-wise. I actually quite like the way I changed its design. It's not that much different, but it looks at least a little bit more symmetrical in terms of the gear parts of it being somewhat more evenly spaced. No, I could probably, instead of going back to the Pokemon Center, just use some use a potion on Nazim. Yeah, we got 40 minutes ish left in the stream. Yeah, we're just trying to get everybody situated right. I wonder if this will be okay. It's not the one that gets better and worse stat boosts and stat losses. Not that it really matters, that the level gap that we have now is not insignificant. I'd say the worst part of this is, like, most of the Pokemon out here, Zuzu can't really fight. Whereas in the forest, he has a little bit better options. Whoa, 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 whoa. I keep moving around my chair. Hard to be comfortable. Comfortable, Doug. Comfortable, 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 Doug. Trying to think what would be a good Pokemon to be comfortable, Doug. And, like, the only mole Pokemon, you got Diglett, Dugtrio, and then you have Excadrill and Drillbur. Are there any others? Any other mole Pokemon? Not that I can think of. I don't know, but neither of them really scream comfortable Doug to me. I'm comfortable Doug. Alright, Nazim leveled up to 20. He's still pretty trash. And will kind of always be trash because, you know, Combi. Male Combi. That's... Alright. Let's switch back to Nazim. Being a male combi is very unfortunate. Ugh. Oh, that was pretty big hit. Nazim is getting much stronger, or at least a bit stronger. A little bit stronger. 2 levels off. Two levels for Zuzu and then it's basically going to be the, or I'm 3 levels off with Zuzu, 2 levels off with Nazim. Then it's basically going to be the fight that decides the run. Should I get Wama Wing to level 22? I want to say yes, largely because we at least want Wama Wing to stand a chance. But being a pure fairy type against Roserade's Poison Sting is probably not going to do it any favors. And I don't think Moobot has Sturdy. I think Moobot has Rockhead. The objectively worst one in this case, because I don't have any. They don't have. It doesn't have Double Edge. Or any other, for that matter. Recoil move. I mean, out of all the Pokemon that have Rockhead, how many... Which ones can use the most... the largest number of different recoil moves. So you got, Brave Bird, Double Edge, Flare Blitz. I know there are more, but those are the ones that pop into my head right now. Submission? Yeah, which of the Pokemon that have Rockhead can learn the most... That is the wrong Pokemon. That is the wrong Pokemon to switch in. Oh, Glob. Nazim, hold up. Okay. Ched. This is one thing I've, since Gen 5, when they introduced the, variable, experience gains, I have disliked it immensely. I don't care if, I don't know, I prefer the static number. I prefer just one Pokemon giving a set number of experience points, no matter what level you are. Because as you overlevel, as you're, outpacing the levels of the wild Pokemon around you, you gain less and less and less experience. And in this case, when we're trying to get to level 22, which is a fair number of levels above the wild Pokemon right now, you start seeing diminishing returns. And it only gets worse. It only gets worse. The longer you go, the worse it gets. Ah. Yeah, we got a little over 30 minutes left, if that. Oh. Why did I switch to Ched? Like, what is my brain doing? I think I'm tired. Honestly. I mean, it worked. But come on, man. What are you doing? Oh, Zuzu's level 20. We got 2 levels to go with Zuzu. And we're not learning quick guard. Sorry, Zuzu. I don't think our opponents know any priority moves. Or at least not the ones that we're going to be facing soon. Alright, we're so close. So close. We still have an extremely grass-phobic team. A third of our team is extremely grass-phobic. 2 Pokemon on our team are neutral to grass. Right? Ched. The Mubat and Mossy are weak. Ched and Wamawink are neutral. And both Zuzu and both Zuzu and Nazim double resist grass. I don't remember if Bug resists poison. I want to say no, but also maybe. But also, I have no idea. But if I do have to do that, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Alright. Let's just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. The way I'm uploading my VODs right now. So the time that I have to do it. So I'm at work. You know, most of the day. Most of the morning. And then when I get home in the evening, I have stuff that I have to do at home for several hours still. And so, like, I don't really get an opportunity to get on my computer very much until later in the evening. So the way I've been uploading is basically just taking my after I finish stream, I'm going to get my next VOD set up to upload, and then when I get home from work tomorrow, I'll get the next VOD set up to upload, and so on and so forth. And maybe I have time to upload 2 VODs between the time I get off of work and do my next stream. So at 9 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. When I do my Elden Ring stream, hopefully I will have uploaded 2 VODs. Well, hopefully I will have uploaded 3 VODs in that space of time, which is will slowly catch me up. Right now I think I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 more VODs to finish uploading. But then also today is 12 and tomorrow 13 and 14, 15. And yeah. I should have put in like an AMA tag for this stream, since I'm just kind of, you know, sitting here grinding. Wow, wow, whoa, whoa. Anyway. But yeah. So hopefully by next Saturday, I will have all the VODs uploaded, and at that point I think is when I'll make them public. Ugh, I get really nervous about this kind of content, or about content in general. Putting my, you know, face out there and you know, doing all this. I mean, inevitably, yes, there will be people who don't like me, and there might, you know, be a few people out there who do like me. My, you know, fear, I guess, is that definitely the vast majority of people who would, you know, check it out and watch a little bit won't like it. And yeah, but then again, at the same time, if you're seeking out this kind of content, maybe you will like it. I don't know. I don't know. As always, I kind of recommend watching at 2 times speed, because, like, I don't know. I feel like that's the only way I can really stand watching myself. That being said, I also just kind of watch YouTube at 2 times speed, because I just don't have time to watch it at regular speed. Regular speed is too slow. It just makes me very anxious. Also, I have a lot that I have to do during a day, so, you know, not being able to... having videos take up that much more of my time, while it is something that I'm generally doing passively, that's just in the background. Still, I need as much content in my brain as possible. If going faster than 2 times speed and still being intelligible was a thing, I would probably do it. But yeah, I know it definitely, as far as I know with like YouTube analytics and stuff, watching stuff at 2 times speed is basically you're only watching half of the video. You're watching the whole video, but you're only watching it for half the time. Which with YouTube's like ad revenue algorithm and stuff, such kind of messes that up. But I just don't have time to watch things at normal speed anymore. I don't know. So if you're just joining us, welcome. After our words are hard, miserable failure to face Gardenia last stream, we're training up a new team, and this is basically the last shot at Gardenia. And if yawn, and if I lose again, that's just the end of this run. Why did I use that? And now Nizim's gonna fall asleep, and I'm gonna have to switch to Mubot. And then I'm gonna have to go back to the Pokemon Center, thus further increasing the amount of time that I'm grinding. Boom. Oh man, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Just going on random tangents and trying to work through my brain ever so slowly. All right, but basically, yeah, we're trying to get well, not necessarily everyone, but our two main players in this next fight against Gardenia, Zuzu and Nazim, are Zubat and Combi. We're trying to get them to level 22 to match Gardenia's Rose Raid. And level 22 is when Zubat evolves. So we'll have a Golbat, which I think was, well, one of my biggest mistakes going into the previous fight against Gardenia. Was number one, not getting my Zubat to level 22 before facing her, and number two, not giving my team Oran Berries, and also not having my Badoo, number one, evolve, number two, get an attack that wasn't a grass type attack. Because yeah, that made her, that wasn't just absorb, made her basically completely useless. And yeah, that entire team died a gruesome death at the hands of Rose Raid. Everything was going amazing right up until Rose Raid came out. And even then, it wasn't going that bad, but it wasn't going good either. Ugh. And here comes the sleepy time. Honestly, I should give Nazim a Chesto Berry to deal with this grind. Oh, thank gosh. And I'm super glad waking up from sleep is not an entire turn now anymore. I mean, I think that was only in Gen 1, but still, like, yeah. So, yeah, basically, I think the rest of this stream is going to be just finishing this grind, getting my main players up to 22, and Ched's going to be like my backup, the backup of my backup. While a fighting type isn't really that helpful against a Rose Raid, having the knockoff, I think, is going to be what I think I'll end up doing is when Turtwig's low on health, switching in Ched to finish it off, get the knockoff Roserade's Citrus Berry, and then switch back to Zuzu to just finish off the Roserade. That is my plan. How well it's going to work, well, you'll just have to tune in on Sunday and find out. Tomorrow's stream is going to be Elden Ring. Just continuing my aimless wandering. I am at the end of Castle Morn. So, yeah, I had skipped ahead. I skipped Stormvale Castle, went to Liurnia. And then I realized, oh yeah, Hayata doesn't show up there until you do Castle Morn, and she dies, and Hayata takes her place or something, or uses her body or whatever. Real Shabriri kind of stuff. And so I'm going through Castle Morn, and I will finish Castle Morn. I think I just have to fight the boss and talk to that guy again. Irina, I think is her name. Anyway, fight the boss. Talk to the Castellan, the castle steward or whatever he is, whatever his title is. Talk to him. Get him to go see what happened to his daughter. And then go find her in Liurnia and start feeding her grapes. Not that I'm necessarily going for the Chaos Flame ending. In fact, quite likely not what I'm gonna do. But then again, I don't know, man. I'm still, like, in my main playthrough, which I still haven't beaten. I played so much Elden Ring, and I'm not even close to beating it. I haven't even been to Leyndell yet. I'm, like, right outside Leyndell. But I haven't fought Radahn, so I can't get into Leyndell yet. Although I beat one of the dragons. I can't remember her name. I don't think it's Landsax. No. I know it's not Placidusax. The one that's on the Altus Plateau. Altus Plateau? I don't know. You know, that's protecting the way into Leyndell. I kind of cheesed her out by... so when you beat her in that graveyard, going up the alternate route up to the Altus Plateau, when you beat her there, she shows up outside of the city of Leyndell in her spot up there, and she's taking damage. And what I found is that every time I would get outside of her aggro range and go back in and to where her health bar would show up, it seemed to reapply that damage. Now, I looked at some Reddit threads and they were like, the lightning that strikes up there sometimes damages her, but it seemed to only be specifically when I went outside of her aggro range. She backed up a bit, went back in, and her health bar showed back up and immediately took that extra damage. So yeah, I kind of cheesed her out using that method. That was an interesting way to do it. I don't think it's going to be strong enough. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot. Oh. It was strong enough. Wow. I underestimated Reflect. That's another thing that did not go well against the first one, is that Turtwig got a chance to set up another Reflect before it went down. So Roserade had that little extra defense from Reflect. That was unfortunate. Okay. Getting so close. Ched's almost level 22. Nazim, I don't know where Nazim's at. Zuzu's almost halfway. I think we're pretty close to done with the grind. That being said, we're also pretty close to done with the stream. So, you know, we spent the last 2 hours just kind of grinding. Yeah, but that's kind of what I expected. Oh. And honestly, I don't know of anywhere better to grind except for here. But nobody came. That'd be kind of morbid. If in Pokemon eventually you get the "but nobody came" dialogue, if going into a battle. But nobody came. That is a wild. I haven't played Undertale myself, or at least not in its entirety. Maybe through up to Undyne, I think is where I played up to. Well, yeah, I think Undyne is where I played up to. Not for lack of want necessarily, but for lack of time. But I've definitely watched a lot of people play Undertale. And I mean, it's fun. It's Undertale. I like watching it. I like playing it in the few chances I've gotten to do so. Undertale good. Hello? Ow. Be sturdy. All right. Oh, we're so close. So close. Yeah, basically, first things first, next stream is going to be our second attempt, and, well, basically either way, the cookie crumbles, it will be our final attempt at Gardenia. Because I think my last Pokemon that I have in the boxes is a Buizel. And I'm not really keen to try to level it up to like 50. Because I don't think that would be very fun. And I also think that due to that level, it might be a struggle still to fight Roserade. Unless he learns an ice type attack. Oh my gosh, we're so close, but it's like, it's that those diminishing returns that are really hitting right now. Like we're right there, but it slows down to a crawl the higher level you get. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba. Ba ba da ba ba. Ba. Yeah, please don't. I don't want to be confused. I'm already confused. So close. I mean, on the bright side, everyone is pretty close in level now. We don't have any huge level disparities except for Wama Wink still being level 19. Because she doesn't get any combat experience right now. Because she is the least helpful out of my entire team right now. She's just kind of useless against Rose Raid. Yeah, sturdy. Oof. Crit. Oh my gosh. I just can't stop yawning. But then again, it is about that time for me. Oh, we're so close too. Come on, we gotta finish this up. So yeah, once I get off though, I'll throw another stream in there to be processed for my VODs. Alright. Nazim. So close. Yet so far. It's so sad. Fudge. Yeah, like, if that's the kind of damage we're doing against a meta type who's level 13, I'm not going to be dealing a huge amount of damage against Rose Raid. Maybe we should go to the... Oh yeah, hit my microphone. Good job, me. Go to the forest and see... Yeah, I want Metronome. For the memes. Just hope it doesn't use self-destruct or explosion. We're so close, Bonita. Let me have this. Alright, Mossy, let's go. Oh, bo. Why do you outspeed my guy? Alright, that should be almost it. Alright, Mossy. Let's finish this once and for all. Just don't burn. Nice. All right, Nazim's there. Zuzu is right there. Like, one more Pokemon, and both Nazim and Mossy should level up to 22. Not Nazim, Zuzu and Mossy. Alright, and then we go back to the Pokemon Center, save, and we're good for today. Ooh. Okay, there's no chance of that really doing anything. Of course, you can just do that, you know. Oh, beans. Oh. All right, we're gonna beat one more thing just to level up. Yay. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna do one more. Just to finish getting that one to 22. Alright, Zuzu, let's see how you do. Just Poison Fang. Nice. One shot of Wild Bidoof. Alright, now Mossy's level 22. Alright, sweet. So let's look at Zuzu. I totally forgot that you can use Sweet Scent to attract Pokemon. But nobody came. Alright. And I think with that, our party stands a chance. Now we're going to give everyone, including the ones that, if all goes according to plan, will not see this battle. I'm going to give everybody an Orange Berry. I imagine Nazim might not survive this battle. Nazim is probably going to be kind of sack fodder. All right. Nope, she ain't got nothing. All right. So we're gonna save right here. All right. Yeah, we'll call that good. And yeah, once again, thanks for coming out, watching, spending time here with me. Next stream tomorrow, Elden Ring. And then on Sunday, we'll continue this. And see if we can close out against Gardenia. Yeah. Have a great evening, day, morning, night, whatever time it is for you. And yeah, don't forget to brush your teeth.